Da-da-da-da. We're live. Hello, everyone. This is me and Thomas again. We've been gone for a while. Payback preview slash predictions. We haven't been able to do our last card standing because commitments. 'Cause we have lives outside of this, believe it or not. And it's probably better this way because we had to go a bit more in depth in terms of the pay-per-view. And hopefully this gets a bit more views. It seems that our pay-per-view shows always seem to get a bit more views. So say hello to the world. Thomas?
I think it'll be a very, very casual one. Yeah, we're both. I'm exhausted because I've just had a huge, massive week. But yeah, looking forward to getting into it. I honestly believe that Payback is the card that everyone wanted at Mania, and they're sort of trialing this sort of new era that they've got going on. So let's see where it takes
Definitely.
us, and let's jump straight into it, I suppose.
Straight away, by the way, go the Rude Boys. First, we'll start off with Kalisto versus Ryback. Now, I don't think we need a lot of time for this, Thomas, do we? This has been one of the worst builds in the history of wrestling.
The only thing I really want to note about this one is that they've really, really destroyed the US title by keeping it on Ryback. So not keeping it on Kalisto. Sorry, yeah. Look, if they want to give Ryback a run with the belt as a heel to drop it over to a face champion who's actually going to do something with it, I'm all for it. If you wanted to give me a quick prediction on that one, I'd have to go with Ryback. I went with Ryback at Mania. Really surprised that Kalisto walked out with a title, but I think they want to have Kalisto and Sin Cara together as that top face tag team because the Usos are treading water at the moment. So yeah, Ryback over Kalisto in this one for me.
Well, I'll be as quick as I can saying this. I don't remember there being one segment together, these two. I can't think. I could be wrong. Ryback wasn't on Raw for the first 3 weeks after Mania. I'm sure of it because Shane was running and Ryback wasn't on. This is like, I don't understand this at all. I think they've made a mistake at Mania and they're just trying to fix it now. That's the only explanation. Because tell me if I'm wrong, Tom, but have they had any promos together?
No, you're 100% right.
They have not
embarrassing. Touched each other. So
I don't know. I don't know who's going to win this because I think Ryback hasn't got long to go. I reckon he's going to leave. I just heard all these rumors that he's not happy. And I don't know. I really couldn't care less. Doesn't matter who wins this match. It really doesn't matter. So,
I think Ryback wins it. Yeah, just to drop over to a face champion. I'll be the one to give it a go. Ryback wins. On to next.
There you go. Oh shit. You go, Dolph match. Shit.
Yep. Dolph Ziggler versus Baron Corbin. Got a bit of a bad feeling about this one because I got a feeling it could be Dolph's last night in the company. He's one that they don't really seem to have anything for. I'm a little bit concerned about his future in the company. He doesn't really seem to have a spot. He's had a few chances at a big push and hasn't really gone anywhere with it. Look, I think that Baron Corbin obviously needs to win this match because he's the future star. I think he will destroy Dolph in this match. So I think, yeah, Corbin in an easy one for me.
No doubt in my mind Corbin's winning. I don't know about Ziggler leaving. I still think he's always going to be around. I just think he's always going to be around. I think that, yeah, they've made Corbin look good. I'm actually a bit of a fan of his, becoming a bit of a fan of Corbin. I love his entrance. So now that his entrance down perfectly. And yeah, it'll be a good match. I have no doubt it'll be a decent match. And at least we should get a conclusive finish. Or I could even see another stalemate kind of conclusion where they have another match at Extreme Rules or something, which would be pretty cool. I'd watch that. I think Extreme Rules is next. Is that right?
I think so.
Yeah, they change the schedule every year because I don't know what they're doing. So this pay-per-view should be called
Extreme
Backlash.
Rules is next, yes.
Yeah, this pay-per-view should be Backlash. Next match. The tag team tournament finals. Now, this was weird timing because we thought that we were going to get the tag title match on this show because we had 2 weeks, but they ended up giving them 1 week to do a short promo, and then they had the match on the pay-per-view.
Because Kofi's missing because of his kid.
Well, he was on Raw, though.
Kofi had a son, I think, during the week. Came back and was obviously absolutely shagged when he came back. He said to Vince, look, I'll come back for Raw, but I can't come back for the actual show because he left the European tour to actually go and have his baby. So congrats, Kofi Kingston. But that has meant that it's been pushed back. I wouldn't be surprised to see the New Day force the winners into fighting for the titles that same night, but who knows? The match itself, Enzo and Cass versus Vaudevillains. I want to have a little bit of a chat about both these tag teams. Enzo and Cass are about the hottest thing going at the moment. They get the pops of the night no matter where they are. Their shtick's getting really, really good. God help them if they ever lose the crowd, though, because they are entirely reliant on their crowd reactions and the crowd rapping along with them. I don't think that'll last all that long, but just to give it something, they need to keep it rolling, keep it fresh, which they're doing at the moment, and they need to keep that going, or else they're going to lose the crowd and it won't end well for them. And the Vaudevillains need heat because if they're going to be a heel tag team, they need to get some heat. They've got none really at the moment, so it wouldn't surprise me. Look, my head and heart both say Enzo and Cass, but there's a very, very sneaky chance about the Vaudevillains here getting a dirty finish to try and get some heat on them.
Go on, sorry.
Yeah, no, but I think Enzo and Cass will win, but that sets up face versus face, which is kind of weird, but don't be entirely surprised if the Vaudevillains win. I can see this pretty much as a 50-50 sort of contest here.
Yeah, definitely 50-50. It's just been NXT Central ever since Mania, just a way to, because we haven't really had a chance to talk about it, but I think that we're loving Raw at the moment, and I think it's only a short thing. I can't see it going on for much longer, this whole NXT thing. So I'm sure Triple H is going to return, and there's apparently going to feud with Shane, which would be pretty cool.
Cena's not far off either.
Yeah, and it's all good. It's good for them to demonstrate NXT, but I still feel like they've pushed too many up at once. That's just my opinion, especially with these two tag teams. I think one of them should have been enough. I think Vaudevillains shouldn't have come up just yet. Enzo and Cass are probably ready. They're probably both ready, but on top of Apollo and Baron, I really think Apollo should have stayed at NXT a bit longer. But that's not the point. 50-50. Enzo and Cass could win. They should win, I guess, but I actually think they need heat, the villains, and I think they should win. But I think will win.
This is a very, very well booked tournament, actually, because you can see either of these two coming out on top in the final of what's the tournament. So, say what you want about the rest of it. I think there was insanely short matches. What are the figure? 4 minutes, 2 minutes, 4 minutes, 3 minutes, 3 minutes, and 8 minutes. So they haven't exactly given a lot of time to walk. That's the match length so far in this tournament.
Oh, okay, I don't know where that step.
Wikipedia. The whole length of the tournament so far, haven't been given amazing lengths of time to work with. But look, this final match should be something pretty good. I'm actually looking forward to it.
I didn't even notice that. 3 minutes. Jesus, they are really short matches, aren't they? It'll be good, and I'm happy either way. I mean, it'd probably rather see Enzo and Cass versus New Day, but we can always look forward to that. And I think New Day have to drop the belts eventually. So I don't know when that tag title match will be. I don't know if it'll be at Extreme Rules or on Raw, but I'm looking forward to it. You go to the next match.
Charlotte versus Natalya. I want to get your thoughts on this first because I have an interesting theory about where this might go down the track.
I'll be 100% honest. I haven't really followed this feud because we saw it 2 months ago. Well, not really, but we saw it like for Roadblock. Excuse me while I eat a carrot. Sorry. I'm still pissed off about the triple threat. I still haven't gotten over that. So, Natalya should win, I guess, but I don't really care. And putting Bret Hart in it is just stupid because Ric Flair's all over the shop at the moment, as we've heard in the news. Bret Hart constantly rips the company online, constantly, and he still somehow gets on the show. Be good to see him after he had the prostate scare and everything, but I want Charlotte to win just because I know, Tom, you're a bit of a Natalya fan, but I think her time has passed. I'll be happy to see her win it, but as long as I still get the Charlotte Sasha match at SummerSlam, it's all good.
Look, what I think this is building up to, excuse me, given that there's a few things at play here. I think Natalya wins because I think they've got a long-term plan in mind for SummerSlam.
Yeah.
So what they obviously want to do is they want to build this Divas division or women's division. Sorry, it's ingrained in my mind. Around 4 people. They want to build it around Charlotte. They want to build it around Sasha Banks. They want to build it around Becky Lynch, and they want to build it around Bayley. Right. So my theory is how this will play out is that Natalya wins. Natalia's the face. Wins a rematch over Charlotte somewhere down the track. We then get a heel Sasha Banks to be Natalya's next challenger. It sort of puts Becky out in the cold a little bit for this whole angle, but look, she can have a match against
She's good with Emma anyway.
Yeah, she can have a feud with Emma. She can have a match with Sasha Banks if she's going to have a heel versus face there, and that can be really, really good. I think that plays out across the next couple of pay-per-views, and Sasha ends up with the women's title.
Yep.
I think you run it where Bayley's rematch will be in Japan at the Japanese NXT takeover, whenever that happens, or the one in Hawaii. I think they're doing like a bash at the beach rip-off sort of type thing. So it'll be there. She'll lose that match, and Asuka will hold on to the title because she'll keep it for quite some time, I think. What building last year did they have that match of the year in?
Sorry?
What building was it?
What?
Bayley and Sasha Banks. When did they have their match of the year candidate? Brooklyn. Where's SummerSlam?
Yeah, same.
Brooklyn. So I think that SummerSlam is going to be Sasha Banks versus Bayley for the women's title. You can even have the 4 horsemen involved if you wanted to for a fatal 4-way, if you could build a story around it. Because I've
been saying that since Mania that something like that could happen.
It's a year of culmination. They had their curtain call moment after NXT Takeover in Brooklyn. There's my theory. So I think Natalya winning here gives the chance to have that Sasha Banks go from a tweener to a proper heel. You keep Charlotte as obviously a heel with Rick, with or without Rick. I want to see Rick just disappear. He needs to just stop being on the road because whenever he gets a chance to get a drink into his hand, it's never good news. And look, I think so that's my plan. That's how I'd approach it. Natalya wins for me.
All right. Well, because we're on a strict schedule, I don't want to. We'll definitely go into depth for this match, but we'll have to skim over Miz, I reckon. We've got to be done in 15 minutes, or roughly. Probably the match of the night. I think we can both agree. Sammy versus Kevin Owens. Looking forward to this match the most. We know what to expect. I don't care who wins. It doesn't matter because they're going to be having a feud for months, and there's no doubt in my mind about that. Win. Yes, but it doesn't matter because
he's the one that needs the elevation at the moment because he's got to get the win to prove that he can beat people. Because he's done a lot of losing, like in big matches, but he's done a lot of losing. Kevin Owens has put him through tables to take him out of that fatal 4-way. He got beaten by AJ Styles. He's been beating a lot of like mid card types, but at the end of the day, you need to sort of now go, okay, what are we doing with him? Because if you put him over Kevin Owens here, you can still go for a few more and have like some barn burner match at SummerSlam, which is I'm probably what you're gonna, what path you're gonna go down. But that's what I hope is going to be the payoff because Kevin Owens can get a win back at any of the other pay-per-views, but a string of matches will be hell fun. But I think Sami Zayn needs to win this one because you need to make it credible.
Solid prediction. I don't think there's going to be a finish to this one. It doesn't make sense. I think they should just go crazy on each other and have some kind of false finish or a no, just a count out or whatever.
That's another theory. If you want to keep it going,
either one winning doesn't really progress the storyline. I don't think. But if I had to pick a winner, I'd say Zayn, but I don't think there'll be a winner. That's my prediction. So, who's your prediction, Sammy?
Sami Zayn. Yeah, if I had to pick a winner, Sami Zayn. I love Kevin Owens, and I love Sami Zayn. So yeah, Sami Zayn for me.
As we all do. Ambrose vs Jericho, the match we thought we were getting at the Mania.
Yep.
I like the build to this, obviously with the mic work, particularly from Jericho. I think this will be a good match, but I don't want to hype it up because last time I hyped up an Ambrose match, we saw what happened at WrestleMania. So
Hmm.
I no doubt this will be a great match, and if my official prediction probably be Ambrose because I think Jericho's finishing up soon to go back on tour. So that's my prediction.
I think Jericho's last pay-per-view will be at Extreme Rules,
Yeah.
and it'll be something pretty reasonable to write him off TV. So that's when Extreme Rules is May 22nd. I'm not sure if he's the start of May or the end of May he signed that contract extension
I
to.
reckon, yeah, I reckon you're right. I reckon he'll have a rematch with Ambrose and lose. So he could win this one, but he'll definitely have some kind of massive, like, extreme moment that will write
Yeah.
him off.
I think Ambrose wins both of these because now
Yeah.
Jericho is the master of the put over. He hasn't put over many people.
And
He got to win
AJ.
at Mania even. So he's probably now thinking, I don't want to win any more matches. You know, what do I have to win here? Look, yeah, Ambrose for me in this one, and probably Ambrose again in some crazy match at Extreme
Yeah.
Rules,
I'll probably have like a Chicago street fight, I'd imagine.
despite it being in Chicago right now.
Is Payback in Chicago?
Payback's in Chicago.
Oh, okay, I thought it was. I knew one of them was. Um,
Extreme Rules is in New Jersey, so
oh, that'll
yeah,
be great. Crowd's good there. Fuck, that's awesome.
Newark. It's in Newark, not yeah. So
Right, it's close enough.
yeah,
We can quickly go over the Miss Cesaro. I actually liked what they've done with Cesaro ever since he got back. Little Superman thing. It's made him get some charisma that he didn't have, according to McMahon. I really like it. Like the little James Bond thing when he walks on the the
love the
ramp.
gimmick. Love the thing that he does with the suit. Love
Yeah,
the fist pumping and the Cesaro section shirts and everything like that. Hate the music. Can't stand
yeah.
his music. Hate it.
Keep
Hate it.
talking
Hate
one
it.
sec.
He needs more of sort of a larger scale, um, sort of more something more to get you more pumped up than anything else. I think what will happen is he might even come out at Payback with something more of like a rip off, almost like James Bond sort of style theme.
Oh
James
yeah,
Bond Mission Impossible type deal where it's just like violin music or something
yeah,
like
yeah. I
that.
can
Something
imagine. Yeah,
to get people fired up. Um, I think he wins this one, and the only reason Miz has got it at the moment is because they wanted to pop it on Ryder, to pop it on him, to pop it over to Cesaro, and they didn't want Kevin Owens versus Cesaro,
because
so
we've
because
seen
they
it
could
100
save that
times.
for further down the track.
Um,
Um,
my thoughts on
yeah,
this
look,
is
I think Cesaro wins, and I think Miz and Maurice, I think, is only back to fill the hole in Total Divas. There, I
yeah.
said it.
Um, I was very annoyed when the Miz won against. I thought it's Ryder losing was fine because I knew it was going to happen, but I thought that they could have put on anyone else. And the Miz has been champion 5 times now, so and he's always been stale. For some reason, he's this reign's been really good. I think it's and mainly because of Maurice, not just because she's something to look at, but they've made it. They've made it. I don't know. He's just better with an extra person, and
Mm.
it just hasn't been as boring. Like I don't know what it is. But good on him because he's had a lot of chances and he gets a lot of chances and he's taken one. So
Mm.
I don't know. My official prediction, honestly, I do understand what you said, but I don't think Miz can lose it yet. So I'll say Miz, but I wouldn't be surprised if Cesaro wins because he definitely needs a title. He's got the section behind him, and
Yeah, once again, another well booked feud that you don't know
mm,
who's going to win.
yep, exactly,
Like you can't. Mainly, you could go in and you could say, oh, that everything. I know they threw a few curveballs at us during that sort of during the most of the card, but you go into the main event and just everyone knew who was winning. Like you can't
yeah,
really pick any of them. In all honesty, like the only one I could say I could pick would be Baron Corbin.
yeah, yeah. It's
And
pretty much
that's
dead
only
on.
because he's new and they want him to get a big win. So
Yeah. And then into our main event of the evening. Now we'll go to about 10 minutes to talk about this, and it's good timing because there's a lot to talk about because we haven't been able to talk about Raw. Reigns versus AJ. Now, um,
oh,
my
hang on, before we go into this, we're going to go about who you think's going to run Raw.
okay, sorry, we would have forgotten about that.
Yep.
It seems too obvious for McMahon to give it to Steph. That's just like, what's the point of the whole last month? I see some kind of inconclusive finish again. He's about to pick Shane, and then Triple H comes out, and then they have a feud for the control again. That's what my prediction. Just quickly.
That'd be fun. Yeah, I hadn't considered that. That'd be cool. I think Shane will hang on to it somehow, but yeah, how I'm not sure.
Wouldn't be surprised if Authority are running Raw in a couple of months again.
Let's hope not.
Yes. So back to the thing. So AJ is in the main event, which is good, but it's just once again the WrestleMania winner of the title never loses the first pay-per-view defense. So I can't. There's no way he loses. But I'm sure you have more to talk about. I'll just be quick. We have no doubt the Bullet Club are going to interfere. We could get Balor's debut. Either way, Rangers winning. It just depends on how it's booked. They're really making it obvious, and I hope they don't do it, that they just split up the Bullet Club and they cost AJ. They couldn't make it any more obvious because they're acting like a heel tag team. They're definitely not a face tag team just by the look of them. And I just see them either costing, maybe even if Baylor comes out and tries to save AJ from the Bullet Club, I don't know, but there's no way Reigns loses. So I see this as Reigns going over AJ. Then AJ has a feud with maybe tagging up with Balor against Gallows and Anderson, and then Reigns moves on to whoever's next. But because Rollins is due soon. I know it's only early, but he's due soon, so that'll be pretty cool. Or even get Ambrose in there or someone. But that's my prediction. I don't think he can lose. So I'm pretty sure there's going to be a split up of the AJ and Gallows and Anderson. That's me done.
I think, well, Roman Reigns holds the title. It's not time yet to have him drop it as much as everyone, is clamoring for it. Look, you could have the Bullet Club come out and destroy Reigns, and I don't think this ends clean. This one, I think this ends in disqualification for someone. You either have the Bullet Club come out and destroy Reigns, you have the Bullet Club come out and destroy AJ. They're the two easy options. The option I like most of all is that you have the Bullet Club led by Finn Balor come out and destroy both of them.
Yeah.
And then you insert Balor straight at the top of the card. With him losing to Samoa Joe, I think the time is now for him to come back up. Look, honestly, I think that's the one that I want to go with. Reigns walks out with the title. I don't think he gets a clean win over AJ, and I don't think this angle's completely done, but we'll wait and see.
I definitely do like the idea of what you just said, just beating both of them up. But it seems like they're making Bella debut soon. It's pretty well documented that he's going to get called up soon. There's the 5th NXT guy. Oh, sorry, if you count a tag team, that's the 7th NXT guy in a month.
I think there's going to be an angle around like an NWO style thing. I think AJ will end up aligning himself with Balor and the Bullet Club, but I don't think that. I think that might happen at the next pay-per-view.
Yeah, but I do like the idea of it.
That's the way I'd like to see it go, like a 4-man, wrecking ball type stable, and as long as it doesn't go, retarded like the NWO did. But yeah, look, I think Reigns walks out with the title, but I think AJ aligns himself with I think AJ aligns himself with the Bullet Club down the track, and they become a 4-man stable. That's how I'd play it. But look, I think Balor coming out is probably not going to be the worst thing in the world. But yeah, the Bullet Club are getting involved in this match in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, the only other thing I think you might have touched on it is like Anderson and Gallows come out and like beat up Reigns, and then they go to beat AJ, and then it's like 2-on-1. Then Balor's music hits. Then Balor comes out and then pretends to tag with AJ, but then turns on AJ, and it's the three of them as the team. I like 3-man teams instead of 4. That's just my preference. Wouldn't make sense. I don't see. They have to be heels, especially Anderson and Gallows. And I think a heel Finn Balor would be fucking amazing. So maybe if he might not have to talk a lot because his voice doesn't really go with the heel guy. But that's my thoughts.
I've just read that from. Oh no, do we deal in spoilers here, or do we?
No, just do it. I'm sure I'll read it. I probably already read it.
Yeah, look, apparently Finn Balor's getting his rematch at the next TakeOver, which is at Full Sail June 8th.
No, I knew that. But that doesn't mean anything. I mean,
Yep.
I'm happy to wait for him to debut.
Yep.
There's no rush, but that could be. But that's happened. I mean, look at Sasha and the girls when they went up. She was gone for that. She was NXT Women's Champion when she got called up. So,
Yep.
we'll see how it goes. So, 4:58, bang, right on the dot. So, is there anything else before I sign off, Thomas?
No, that's all I want to say. Other than Canada Mighty Doggies.
Yeah, I was waiting for
That's all
that.
I wanted to say.
Yes. No, it should be a good show. I'm looking forward to it, and thanks for watching, guys. Are you going to the game, Tom, tonight?
No, I'm not. But yeah. If for those of us wondering, James and my AFL football sides are about to go to war under the Friday night
Well,
lights, which is going to be more than a little bit of fun. So
yes. Well, you should be going just quietly if you're a real fan. But fair enough. If you can't be fucked, you can't be fucked. I feel like he's going to type me a message now while I'm talking.
no,
Oh, no,
I'm
he's
just looking
not.
up something else.
But yeah, go the Red Boys. Thanks everyone for watching. Let us know what you think. Leave your predictions, blah blah blah, in the comments, and and then we'll see you later, and we'll be back soon. Maybe we might just do the last cast standing maybe once every few weeks. I think makes it a bit easier. And
I think we can talk more about storylines and not crap on about tiny little things that change week to
yeah,
week. So I think that's going to be a better formula for it.
yep. And then we'll definitely see you for an Extreme Rules thing, which is only by the time the show's on, it's only 3 weeks later. So
2 weeks away. Yep.
there'll be a lot of rematches on that card, I'd imagine. So everyone, thanks for watching, and go the Red Boys.